when I actually got over my angry days and my bitter days and my sad days and my confused days and my why me days, and you know, I came to the conclusion Hey guys, welcome back to your girl channel. Y'all see your girl glasses. My eye doctor got me wearing these glasses because, well, I'll talk about that in another video. But do y'all like them? They're a little too big. I'm realizing that they making the glasses like huge now because it's like they going with the wave. But anyways, before I start this video, what's up, warrior gang? Welcome back to your girl channel. Before I start this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you have your post notification bell turned on so that you'll be notified every time your girl drop another video. So today we are going to talk about dealing with biological fathers who are not present in their children's life. Okay, this is a question that I get all the time, like, Erica, how do you cope with this situation? Like, why aren't you saying anything? Like, how do you deal? Like, I would be so pissed off. Like, why does it seem like you just don't care and it really seems like you've moved on? And to be 100% transparent with you guys, I have definitely just moved on, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly why. So if you've already hit that subscribe button, if you've already turned your bell on, already hit the like button, then proceed further with this video, okay? So yeah. So first things first, guys, a biological father not being present in his children's life, kids' life, whatever, it's not a uncommon thing, and it's not unusual, right? This situation happens all the time, unfortunately. Very unfortunate. The only thing is that my situation has played out on YouTube, one of the largest platforms in the world. Y'all, if I keep on pulling these glasses up, they're a little bit too big, so I apologize, y'all. My situation just played out publicly for the world to see, but there's always a situation like this somewhere. Somebody right now, there's probably millions of people dealing with this right now. I will say this, and then I'm gonna get into key points, because like I said, all of this stuff is really behind me, but I do want to help those out that's having a hard time managing, because I have not always been at this place. I'm gonna be 100% transparent with you. I've had my angry days before. I've had my sad days before. I've had my bitter days before. I've been confused before, but not anymore. By the grace of God, I gotta give 100% thanks to the man above, because if it wasn't for him giving me the strength, then I wouldn't be 100% for, you know, my 3 boys. So yes, definitely want to give all praises to the man above. I'm one of those women who was deprived of seeing my father for whatever reason. You know, me and my mother really never touched bases on it because I really didn't ask her, right? Because once you think about it, I turned out to be okay. For the most average eye, that most average person, if they was to look at me, they would say, wow, you know, like, it's not as bad as people make it seem. I turned out to be a really good person. Despite whatever, I turned out to be great, and that was just with, you know, my mom. One thing that I did say was that I would never follow in those footsteps, and I have prided myself on doing it. I did not follow in her footsteps at all, just in that area, right? When I said that, you know, because I wasn't allowed to see my father. So all right, so y'all want to know how I can help you guys, and I'm gonna just cut straight to the chase. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm gonna just let you guys know, hey, if you want to learn something from me, if you want to learn how to deal and cope with, you know, a biological father not being present in a child's life, then this is the correct video for you. So, okay, like I said before, this is not an unusual situation. You hear about this all the time. To be honest with you, other than relationships or money issues, this is also one of the situations that you always hear about all the time. That's why you be having Maury and all these other shows and all this crazy stuff going on, but it's very, very common. Like I said, it's just that mine played out for the whole world to see, and on one of the, you know, largest platforms in the world, which is YouTube. When I actually got over my angry days and my bitter days and my sad days and my confused days and my why me days, and you know, I came to the conclusion, which also helped me, which is why, like, it's a thing of the past now. Moving forward was very, very easy to do once I figured out that a biological father being present in any child's life does not dictate the type of future that they are going to have. It does not dictate what their child's future is going to be like or what it's going to look like. I know so many people in real life that actually grew up without their biological father. They turned out to be very, very successful. I'm a firm believer that as long as that child or children have a loving, positive male figure around, that's really all that matters. It could be, that could be anybody. It could be a guy at the barbershop. It could be a guy it could be a coach that's teaching, you know, your kids how to do sports. Now, you know, obviously you don't want, you know, everybody around your kids because you don't know what people's motives are, but 9 times out of 10 that child will let you know who he feels or who she feels is comfortable enough to be around them. But also, y'all, what I really like have realized that it's even, because y'all know I've been married before, right? Even with a male present, biological father present, we as mothers, we still have to give 100%. So it's still a challenge for us. You know, we cook, we clean all day long. We take them to sports. We take them to doctor's appointments. We have to teach them everything. How to talk, how to walk, how to crawl, how to hold a spoon, how to use the bathroom, how to wash your hands. And guess what? When that child starts crying because they fell and scraped their knee, they very seldomly run to the father. They run right to mommy because we're nurturers. And I feel like this is what makes us strong in the situation, because, you know, God knew what type of woman to make us, because we are naturally born nurturers, to where it's just in us, right? You got a first time mama that just had a baby for the first time and everything just clicks, you know, like she needs minor help, like you just know what to do as a mother. But when you have multiple kids like I do, I have 3 beautiful, handsome sons. Each and every one of them need me for different reasons, right? And it can become a challenge, right? But you still do what you can as a mother to make sure that no matter if you have 1 child or 5, like, you still have to make sure that every child's needs is met. Every single mother, I can promise y'all, have their own story to tell. Some of them were raped. Some of them thought that they were in love and saw themselves getting married, and, you know, the other party wasn't really on that and just kind of just left them hanging. Then you got some that had a one-night stand at a club and forgot what was going on because they were so drunk and forgot to take a plan B, or whatever the case is. Like, every single mother have their own story and their own testimony to tell. But whatever the story is behind why you or even me, we have to look at the child. Like, nothing else is more important, right, than the child. That's the only thing that's important. You stop focusing your attention on things that does not have anything to do with the child, right? So then you ask yourself, how important is it really to have a biological father present in a child's or children's life? And then, just like me, I came to the conclusion that it's really not that important. And I'm going to tell you guys why. I'm going to mention a few people, and no, I am nowhere near their success, but by the grace of God, all things is possible once you keep him first. And I truly believe that doors are definitely going to be open for me, and I'm speaking into existence. But I'm going to name a few people that a lot of us know very well that grew up without a biological parents. And I'm going to say parents to kind of be a little fair, because like Oprah Winfrey, you know, she never knew who her dad was. But also, her mom used to beat her, used to call her ugly, used to say her hair was nappy, and threw her on a porch, right? To where her grandmother, I believe, hopefully I'm not telling y'all wrong, but I believe that her grandmother took care of her. And look at Oprah now. She is a billionaire. Like, she's the person responsible for the you get a car, you get a car, you get a car, right? I wish I was in the audience. But look at her. Oprah have turned out to be very well. And yes, we do share the same birthday. Don't hate on it, just wait on it. But anyway. But yeah, she turned out to be very successful. There's another person, LeBron James. His father walked out of his life. And I think just last year, this man came through, and that man is older than me. I think he's almost in his 40s, if he's not in his 40s. Some man came forward, begged him to do a DNA test, and he didn't want to do it at first. Went ahead and done a DNA test. He said he didn't even care if the man did a DNA test and it came, or they did a DNA test and it came back that, you know, he was, you know, his father. He still wasn't going to have 2 words for him. Did the DNA test, come to find out that the guy was not his father. But the point I'm trying to get you guys to understand is LeBron James is one of the best basketball players in the world. And I said one of the because there's several others, but he's one of the best basketball players in the world. And he turned out to be very, very successful. And I'm going to name one more person. Our President Obama, right? His father walked out of his life when he was 2 years old. And when he became president of the United States, his father wanted to come around and I guess remind him that he was his father. And guess what Obama did? He turned the other cheek. Guess what? Obama was the president. He wasn't selected once as president, but he was selected twice back to back, which is why that title of his will never go away. And he did all of that with just his mother. His mother did an amazing job with him. LeBron James' mother did amazing with him. Oprah Winfrey, her grandmother did amazing with her. It's up to us to not harbor on the absence of the biological father. A biological father being present or not present does not determine what the success of that child's future is going to look like. And I'm not going to put everything on a biological father being missing, but I will say this: at some point we do have to look within ourselves, right? There was something that made us want to connect to the other party, whether we thought that that man looked nice and handsome and you felt like that was gonna, you know, produce a beautiful baby, whether you saw him as, you know, husband material, whether, I don't know, he was the sweetest guy you ever met in your life, I don't know. But at some point we do have to realize that, you know, I would not say bad choices. And I do wish that when it comes to situations like this, that people would stop saying, well, it's because of your bad decisions, because there's married women or women who were married that have gone through situations like this, right? It's just like you can't determine what tomorrow is going to bring. You don't know that just because it says that the sun is going to shine, that you don't know if it's going to snow. You don't know if it's going to rain. Like, you can't determine what's in the future, right? The bottom line is we have to work extra hard to make sure that our child still have that successful future that every parent want their child to have. This is a situation that nobody expects to happen. Like, no one, when you're in high school and you thinking about your wedding dress and you thinking about what your future is going to look like with kids and this big old house and this nice car and a big old picket fence and your husband you cooking and cleaning for, nobody ever sees that, you know, I could potentially end up being a single mom, right? Which is why, do not beat yourself up about having to raise a child or children by yourself. There may be people that don't understand your situation, so don't even bother. You know, especially with those that don't really have kids, or been in situations similar to this, the last thing that you should be doing is talking to people about how to deal with it, because they wouldn't know how to tell you. Which is why when it comes to motivating and being a motivational speaker, you have to speak realistic from situations that you have been in, and not basing it off of what you would do if you were in that situation, if that makes sense. Nobody plans to be a single mother, and nobody plans for a biological dad to not be present. So yes, not gonna lie, I have been angry. I've been, I've been livid. I have been sad, confused, hurt, maybe even a little bitter, but not anymore. No, we cannot take the place of a male being present, a biological father. We can never take the place of that. But what we can do is fight extra hard to make sure that our children grow up to be the best versions of themselves. You have to fight, and you cannot give up. I don't care how hard it gets. I don't care what you have to sacrifice, time, sleep. What's important right now is that child or the children. Nothing else matters. Become the best version of yourself so that you can be the best version for your kids. Anything else that you've been holding on to that could potentially make you bitter or continue to make you angry, sad, and hurts, move on from that stuff. Your child is still going to be a successful woman, a successful male, because guess what? We gonna continue to miss sleep. We gonna continue to sacrifice, not eating 3 meals a day, whatever we gotta do. Because guess what? God gonna give us strength We're going to work on those areas of our lives so that we don't have to end up in situations like this again. And in doing so, by working on ourselves, and everyone, you know, handles things differently, but I know what I've been doing to like better and work on myself. But we're going to work on ourselves, in the process continue to ask God for strength, and we're going to become the best version of ourselves. And in doing so, we will see the best versions of our kids. And when they become adults, I'm more than sure that they are going to thank us to the core for being there and, you know, making sure that everything was done the way they were supposed to have been done, to make sure that their future was secured and everything else like that. So I hope that for those of you that have been asking about how I've been coping with, you know, my current situation, I hope that this answers each of you guys' questions. Yeah, I hope that it was very, like, pretty much self-explanatory, but I hope that I said everything very clearly. Hopefully I didn't leave anything out. If you guys would like a part 2 to this video so that I can go in more details, please let me know. If it's nothing else, consider yourself loved by me, which is Erica. I wish nothing but blessings upon each of you, and stay tuned, guys, for my next video. I need to take these glasses off because I'm not feeling it, but I do like the little ponytail, you know. Okay, peace.